Hello everyone, welcome to Jolly Molly TV. Today we're going to make another fun part of Kimberbell's Pumpkins and Potions ladder quilt project. And in today's video I'm going to show you how to make these felt dimensional bats that you see on this quilt. Aren't those cute? So we're going to work on that today. So go ahead and grab your plastic pouch or bag system that you've labeled felt bats, and let's head over to the machine and let's get started stitching. Okay, we're at the machine. I put a bobbin with some black thread down below, and I've loaded black thread in the top of my machine. I have now loaded my 5x7 hoop with one piece of the water soluble stabilizer, and let's go to the screen cam and load the design. Okay, I have a Baby Lock Destiny, which is identical to the Brother Dream machine. If you have something similar, you can follow along. I'm going to go to Embroidery, going to go to my flash drive, going to go to Pumpkins and Potions, and I am looking for the felt bats, which is this one right here. There we go, 6 felt bats. We're going to click Set. I don't have to do anything else to it, and I'm going to click Embroidery. There we go. So let's go back to the hoop cam. Okay, so I've got black thread in my bobbin down below, and I've got black thread up on the top of my machine because I want it to match the color felt that I'm going to have you pull from your embellishment kit, which is the black felt. This is going to be cool. All right, so set this aside. And now let's go ahead and stitch out the placement line for the felt, and I want to get that loop out there. All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to take the hoop off the machine just so I can see a little bit better, and I'm going to go ahead and lay this felt down, the whole thing, and make sure that I have covered that placement line. Put the hoop back on, and are we ready? We're going to tack down the felt. Here we go. Okay, now all we have to do is watch it stitch out. This next stitch is a 10-minute in real life stitch out, and we're going to be stitching out the bats. I'm going to leave my black thread up above and my black thread down the bobbin down below, and let's stitch this out. Enjoy! Wow, that's cool. It's hard to see the black on the black, but I think you can actually see it there on camera. I can't wait to see these as accents on the project. All right, let's take the hoop off the machine. Let's take it over to the table, and I'm going to show you how to finish up these bats. Now we're going to trim these bats, and this is going to be a little bit different than the lace bats that we did in the last video. We are going to trim these with a shape that we want on the outside. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go right in between these bats, and I'm going to cut them so it's a lot easier to maneuver. All right. Again, I'm going to cut it right in the middle, not too close to anything, so I can definitely shape the bats how I want them to be shaped. Okay. And then I'm just going to go around on the stitch line, and I'm going to get all of this excess felt and the stabilizer out of the way. Okay. That'll help get you a more accurate cut when we're doing this. All right. You want it to be as easy as you can to manipulate, because this will be the final cut of these bats. Okay. We cannot go right up to the stitch line when we do these bats. You want to leave about 1/8 of an inch around the outside of that stitch line when we get in here. Okay, so let's get all of that out of the way. All right. So now you've got 2 bats that are on this piece of felt. Okay, stabilizer's still on the back. Now I'm going to cut down the middle. Again, I want to make it as easy as I can to hold and manipulate while I do these shapes. Okay, so now we're down to 1 felt bat on each piece. So now what I want you to do is I want you to shape these by trimming about 1/8 of an inch away from that stitch line in the same path as the stitch line takes. So if it's a curve, I want to try to go into that curve. Okay. I want it to look like a bat, but I don't want to trim off those stitches. Okay, do a little curve. Again, I'm about 1/8 of an inch away from those stitches. I'm going to go in a little bit and then come back and keep going. So he's basically looking like a bat, but don't nick the stitches. All right, or try not to. All right, so we'll just keep doing this. Keep going around. And then we'll tackle and curve that around. Okay. There we go. So he looks pretty much like a bat, just like that. You see that? You can see the stitches there, and you can kind of see how I curved them. He's not perfect, but he's a bat. Okay, he doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward, and let's trim all of these bats up. Okay, there they are. They look like bats. Okay, I'm happy with that. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to get a towel out that I can lay these out to dry. Okay, then I need a bowl. And what I have here is a disposable bowl that I have filled with water. And the reason I do this is because any of this water-soluble stabilizer that we dissolve on the back is going to go in this bowl, and if we poured it down a sink or used our faucet to do this, this will clog up our pipes. Okay, you do this a few times and your pipes will clog up. So what I do is I use this disposable bowl, and then after I'm done, I just go outside and dispose of the water so it's not going into any of your pipes inside your house. Okay, so I'm just going to take this felt bat and I'm just going to put them in there and follow the instructions on the package of your water soluble stabilizer. It'll tell you how long to leave them in before it starts to dissolve. And I can actually do all 6, I think, here. There we go. And my package says about 20 seconds. And with my past experience, 20 seconds is just about right for dissolving this. Okay. And what we're going to do is after it's dissolved, we're going to rub the back side, make sure we get it all off there. We're going to lay it on a towel, and I'm going to lay them in a row. And then we're actually going to squeeze the excess water out of the felt. We didn't have to do that for our lace bats because they had like freestanding lace crisscrosses. There's nothing there to squeeze out or to hold any excess water. The felt there will be because it's felt. So I can come off here, I can dip it, I can see that it's definitely dissolved on the back side, and I'm going to lay that down. These will take a little bit longer to dry, again, because it's felt. It's not freestanding lace. So just make sure all of the backing is off, which it's all come off on its own. Here we go. Nice. I love how that stabilizer just comes right off. It's a little sticky if you don't let it soak long enough, and you'll know exactly by feeling it that it's all gone. Okay. There we go. Okay, so move this out. My mat got a little wet. That's okay. Use my towel to soak up that water. All right. So now I'm good to go. So now I'm going to take the towel and I'm going to press it. And I'm going to squeeze out that excess water. Okay. Then I'm going to move them to the dry side. Okay. Because you can see where I squeezed out the water on here. So now I'm going to move them over to this side. There we go. You can shape them if you want. I want my little wings sticking up just a little bit. So I'm going to make my wings fly. There we go. I think that's cool. All right. You can't see the 3D there, but that's awesome. All right. So now all you have to do is set this aside and let this dry overnight. Okay. Then we'll come back in the very next video, and that's going to be the fun video where we are going to attach all of these bats, the lace bats that we did in the last video, and also embellish the rest of the quilt. So the next video is the embellishment video. All right. You have done such a great job. You've come so far. You've done amazing. And I hope you stay tuned here on Jolly Molly TV for the next video where we put all of these embellishments onto our quilt. All right. So hope to see you soon. And until then, take care and happy stitching. Bye-bye.